Hi everyone, Vickieverlie here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. Today we're going to do our annual Dictiomancy, it's called sometimes, or Bibliomancy. I'm not sure the correct term. I've heard it called by both. But what it boils down to is you take a book and then you open it up and then you just point to a passage and read it, and that's your message. You get a message that way. And you know, the way I first heard about it was through Bible verses, and I know it definitely is done through Bible verses too. But this is going to be from my book, The Transmissions for Humanity, Book 2, Answers to Life's Greatest Mysteries. And we're going to do a what's the message for everybody for the upcoming year. The new normal. Okay. I don't know if I want to back up and see. Let's start from where they started. They started talking. This is me, and I was seeing how things are unusual. You know, seeing these unusual looking animals and birds, and they come in with, "You will be seeing more and more unusual things as we move further into these times. Stranger and stranger from your perspective. For so long humans were pushed into conformity to some kind of norm that is acceptable to your society. Anomalies have always existed on the fringe. There are so many things that exist outside the norm that most have never noticed. Just like the horse with blinders on, your attention has been corralled into looking at things in a certain way. When the blinders are off, much will be revealed. Not only anomalies in nature, but in coexisting realities. The pigeon may have been there all along, as have other dimensions of existence. As more and more people begin to wake up, more and more oddities can be included in the new normal. This is true in many areas of your culture. Race, sexuality, what was formerly considered taboo is being displayed in new and beautiful forms. There was a time not that long ago when people in your position were burned and locked up. There was a prevailing energy of fear among the Earthwalkers. As you and others like you open up to the possibilities of communication beyond this 3D reality, you are moving this type of communication into the mainstream where it can flourish. As you continue on this path, others may move out of fear and into the next level of human existence. You and others like you are scattered throughout the globe, intended to connect through the grids of energetic frequencies to uplift all of mankind. This is me. I'm seeing a vision of beams of light connecting all over the world in a complex design. It is no longer necessary to leave your place of origin to connect with others of your kind. The current technology allows for conscious connections throughout the globe." Yeah, so I like this whole thing, you know, just the whole, it's becoming the new normal. That was the title of the chapter of the conversation. You know, it's just like what they mentioned, race, sexuality, things that are taboo are no longer taboo. I think I was just thinking in this connection thing, I was just thinking about that the other day, about all the different times, you know, I think I was awoke, you know, spiritually awoke when if that's the correct term, when I was born. I can remember being little, and then just different periods throughout my life, I'd have these major spiritual things that were way outside the norm, way outside the norm. And, you know, I would look around for confirmation before the internet, you know, in my community, and I would get the looks, you know, like, what's wrong with you? Yeah, whatever, you know, or, you know, they would attribute it to drugs or whatever. And I wasn't doing drugs. I mean, I smoked some weed, but I'm not, you know, I never was. I mean, I guess I did do some acid and stuff back in the day, but I mean, I wasn't on drugs. This wasn't a drug-induced thing. This was me, you know, peeking outside the realm. But then when you have no confirmation from outside people, you're shut down. You know, you're just like, oh, I better not say that again, you know. And that's not only in our past life memories of being burned at the stake or different things, you know, drowned with rocks and the witch trials and different things, but it's in the collective, our DNA and in our physical memories, you know, it's in our consciousness and our spirit consciousness, but it's also down in our physical. So when you're shunned from the group, or people are looking at you like you're strange, or you might, you know, you could get locked up in a mental institution, or, you know, all these different things. So now that there's the internet, we're able to, you know, give confirmation to one another too. That's another thing, and make it okay. And like, you're not the only one who's seeing auras or talking to spirits or whatever the case may be. Of course, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of that there's negative things too, because, you know, different people rally, you know, it's a gathering place for other people who don't have such higher aspirations, you know. They can find their, you know, they can maybe get confirmation on there that their thoughts are not crazy either. But, you know, it's to raise this consciousness up, and, you know, we all have to speak our truth. And, you know, these anomalies, as they were calling it, you know, they're there all the time. They're always there. But we're the horse with the blinders on. So the blinders are definitely coming off. We're going to have Jupiter going into Pisces this upcoming year, so I could see that there could be a big spiritual awakening. It's also going to conjunct with Neptune in its own sign. I don't know the last time that happened from astrology standpoint, but if anybody knows, you can leave that in the comments. But it's been a couple hundred years, I would say, as a rough guess. You know, it's been a long time since Neptune was in Pisces, and then so Jupiter coming through and connecting with it. You know, that's really going to amplify, you know, the spiritual awakening, the inner knowing, the inner knowledge, and usher in the new normal. You know, so I like this. I like this for this year. All right, so this is my book too. If you'd like to read more, there's, you know, it's available on Amazon. The link's below. Book 1 and 2. I'm working on book 3 as we speak. I want to wish everybody the best year ever for 2022. If you're watching this and you would like to, I do have some pay-per-view videos by the sign if you want to check those out. Those will be up all year. But thank you so much for tuning in and checking out my work. Have the best year ever. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye.